I get it. You have a budget of $3K and you want an ideal car. And no, this isn't a list of clunkers like your buddy's 20-year-old Audi that's best friends with a tow truck. Oh no. These are reliable, cheap to insure, and a lot more fun than they should be. All for less than 3,000 bucks. If you're new, my name is Brad Danger, and smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Otherwise, it's great to see you guys again. Let's go. BMW doesn't always have to stand for break my wallet. Nope. Believe it or not, one of the best all-around cars for under 3K is a Beamer. See, the 5th generation 3 Series was just expanding on an already award-winning recipe. Not only is it one of the best-looking BMWs of all time, it had a naturally aspirated inline-6 that loves to play in the high revs. And one of the best parts is that you got to shift the gears yourself if you wanted. Which, if you want to help save the manuals or snag an ideal T, go check them out up here. They're amazing. Now, the model to get for under 3K is the 328i. One of the main reasons is that it has the tried and true 2.8 liter that pumps out a healthy 193 horsepower, which with just regular maintenance, this thing is about as reliable as its Japanese competition. But that's not the only reason you buy the ultimate driving machine. See, when you put that pedal to the metal, you need a chassis that can back it up. And let's just say you'll feel like Superman as you push this rear-wheel drive Bavarian sedan with 50-50 weight distribution through the twisties. Think about it, there's nothing more baller than driving a BMW. Although it doesn't come without flaws. And there is one huge weak spot in the 328i. In fact, this is pretty much for all 3 Series. It's that cooling system. Specifically the radiator, thermostat housing, and water pump. They're plastic and they'll get brittle with age, which means it's not if they fail, it's when will they fail. So either make sure that they've been replaced or plan on doing the work ASAP. But other than that, this is a cheap way to get a tons of smiles per gallon. Yeah, you could get it in either a coupe or even a wagon if that's your sort of thing. But the versatility of the 4-door is what you want as a student on a budget. It's not only cheaper on insurance, but has the benefit of looking the best of the 3. Plus, you can find them for under 3K like this 2000 with xenon lights that's racked up less than 120,000 miles. Man, I am tempted because that looks like an ideal deal, but personally, I think that this Acura that you can find for under $3,000 is actually the best looking sedan on this list. Check this out. It's the 3rd generation Acura TL, and it almost looks like it was penned by an Italian. And this thing has aged oh so gracefully. Plus, it's extremely reliable. Given that Acura is Honda's luxury brand and the TL is derived from the 7th generation Honda Accord, it makes total sense. Pop the hood and you're met with a 3.2 liter V6 throwing down 258 horses. Yeah, 0 to 60 comes in just 5.7 seconds, which is one of the fastest on this list. But more importantly, the power plant has been known for reliability and should do hundreds of thousands of miles of trusted work without issue. It looks sporty, it's reliable, but how does it handle? Well, I'm glad you asked. The TL isn't just a pretty face. It has the performance to back it up with precise, responsive steering from a front-wheel drive sedan. This thing is just about perfect. It's reliable, it's a great daily commuter, and you'll be able to find them for under 3K all day. That rhymes. So we all know that Acura is a super nice Honda, and we all know that Honda has a friendly rival with, you guessed it, Toyota. Scotty Kilmer would be extremely proud of this next pick because, well, Scotty and Toyotas go together like peanut butter and jelly. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is my favorite Corolla. I did just say it. Yeah, the 10th generation Corolla S is a sporty looking gas sipper and probably the coolest looking Corolla they have ever made. See, this is the generic 10th generation Corolla that came out in 2006. And as far as styling goes, I wouldn't give that thing a passing grade. But lucky for you, they launched the S model, which transforms the aesthetics of this Econobox with a front lip, trunk spoiler, and some nice black interior throughout. Plus, find one with an optional manual transmission, and it's actually fun to drive. Yep, this little Rolla will get you and your friends from point A to point B in style without breaking down, which is a huge plus. Yes, I agree. The 1.8 liter 4-cylinder with 126 horsepower isn't earning any extra credit, but parts are cheap, maintenance is easy, and when you're getting over 41 miles per gallon on the highway, your wallet will at least be a little bit fatter. So if you're ready to hop into this Yoda, here's a one-owner Corolla S for just under $3K. Yeah, it's definitely a great choice if you're looking to put some serious miles on the pavement. But what if you want to take the road a little less traveled? You know, blasting down some fire roads is more your style. Well, the Subaru Forester with the 2.5 liter boxer motor is just as much fun off-road as it is on. This is the ultimate 3K rig if you're an adventurer. It sits a little taller than a car for added ground clearance, but not so much you can't get the toys on top of it. So, it's taller than a car, it's shorter than an SUV. So is it a car or SUV? I don't know. I guess I'll call it a Subaru. Yes, a Subaru wagon of sorts. With bulletproof reliability, excellent comfort, and an all-wheel drive system that makes blasting through a blizzard to your favorite ski resort a breeze. I always wondered why Subaru owners own their cars for longer than most other brands, but now it's all starting to make some sense. No, the Boxer 4-cylinder isn't the most fuel efficient, and no, it's not gonna beat that 328i from a dig to 60, but man, this is easily one of the most fun options on this list. Now, the main thing you want to watch out for are the pre-2003 Foresters, which have been very well known to have head gaskets fail. Yeah, no bueno. I know when my head gasket fails, that's no good. YouTube girlfriend hates it. But luckily this was addressed with the 2003 model. And look at this. Here's a way newer 07 with the 2.5 for under 3K. But if a sporty little two-door is more your style, look no further than the spiritual successor of the Toyota Celica, the Scion TC. Scion was Toyota's youth brand, so you're getting that Toyota reliability in this little pocket rocket. Overall, they're extremely solid cars. It's reasonably attractive, cheap, and did I mention reliable? Because it is. Plus, this is one of the easiest manual transmissions I've ever driven. So if you want to learn how to drive a stick, which makes me realize we need to do a video on how to properly drive a stick. But look no further than the close ratio, short geared 5-speed in the Scion TC. And that tranny is bolted to a dual overhead cam 2.4 liter, belting out 160 horsepower. But what makes it so much fun to drive is the 163 foot-pounds of torque on tap. And yes, this car could be had for a steal. Like, that may be the bargain of the century. And since we're on the topic of cars that, well, aren't called Toyotas, but they actually are, it's time that you and we chat about the Pontiac Vibe. But wait, Brad, that's a Pontiac. Yes, it is, but it's the exact same car as the Toyota Matrix, without the Toyota tax. Here's the thing, when I say Pontiac, what do you think? Yeah, you probably cringed and thought of that old squeaky, rattly Sunbird that your redneck neighbor used to roll around. So the reason that this one's so cheap is because of perceived value. This rebadged Matrix doesn't get anywhere near the respect it deserves. Check it, this little hatchback in GT trim is powered with a Yamaha-tuned 180 horsepower motor, which is directly pulled from Toyota's ZZ line of inline 4s. Yes, it's a Toyota with some Pontiac sheet metal slapped onto it. And the only reason it was built was because Toyota and General Motors shared an assembly plant in Fremont, California. So GM could learn more about Toyota's lean manufacturing methods. Lo and behold, the Vibe is the brainchild of that partnership. And I can vibe with that. But check this out. This Vibe GT for just $2,800. It's easily one of the best picks for a student that needs a car for under 3K. If you don't mind the Pontiac badge, that is. But is it the best pick? That you're gonna have to tell me. Because for me, it's down to that four-door Beamer, the Acura that's aged oh so well, and I do dig the Scion TC with the manual. Let us know what you like down in the comments, and most importantly, what we missed for the best student cars for under 3K. And if you've gotten this far, please hit that like button and also subscribe if you're new here, and check out some of our other ideal videos. And as always, keep living that ideal lifestyle. Let's go.